Hey there everybody, I'm Mike the Gamer Guy, and I'm joined by my brother, Tom, and today we're going to be discussing the impending Nintendo Direct set for April 1st, 2015, and we're just going to talk about 5 predictions we each have, and just briefly discuss them. So, who do you want to go first?
I guess I will start with one and then we'll alternate.
Alright.
Okay, I think they're going to talk about at least 2 new never-before-seen games, I should say.
Never before seen?
Yes.
So, what would those games take the form of, would you guess?
Star Fox and something else.
Okay, so you're not, by never before seen, you mean they could have been talked about, they just haven't been shown to the public, really. So, Star Fox, and what else do you think could fit the bill?
Metroid, maybe?
Metroid would be a good one. There's a lot of people looking forward to a Metroid game. So, I could see that. For me, I've got Star Fox on here. And, I think we're going to see something with Virtual Console.
Yeah.
We might see possibly, N64 Virtual Console coming to Wii U.
Yeah.
Or, they've already kind of got Wii games on Virtual Console. It's not exactly Virtual Console, but it pretty much is.
Yeah.
DS, I think, is out in Japan at this point, the DS Virtual Console. But America hasn't seen any of it. Maybe we'll hear about that over here? Unlikely. One thing that I guess we have to just address right away, though, this is happening April 1st. Which, of course, is the universal date for, tomfoolery and the such. So, I'm just going to throw another one out there real quick, which is sort of a throwaway one, but it could happen. I think we might see a Mother 3 joke.
Yeah.
Like, look at this great game you've been waiting for. April Fools. We saw at E3 that, they consider the whole fan movement to get that game released to be pretty much a joke that they are sort of laughing at. So, I would not be surprised to see them do something with that. Do you see them doing any April Fool's Day jokes?
Oh, yeah. I see them doing, like, a WiiWare game or something.
Something like that?
Yeah, and they go ahead and, like, this will be releasing in 2016, and then Reggie will be all like, April Fool's is releasing today.
Oh, okay.
The stream.
No, I could see that. You're right.
Yeah.
Something like that would be very Nintendo. Anyway, your next prediction?
My next prediction, I think there's going to be something Pokemon related.
Like maybe Pokken Fighters?
Yeah.
More news about that?
Yeah, coming to, like, the Wii U or something.
Do you think we're going to hear anything about a main series Pokemon game, though? I find it very unlikely from what I've heard.
No, I don't think so. Unfortunately.
That's another thing that they could totally do an April Fool's thing about, is announcing, like, Pokemon Snap U.
Yeah.
Which is a game that they could probably actually announce in the stream and still have it released in 2015.
Yeah.
It seems like a game is kind of simple, but that's also April Fool's fodder.
Well, I think whatever they start with is going to be a new
property. I bet you they start off with Star Fox.
They might.
Mind if I go to my next one?
Yeah.
Mewtwo DLC launch date is going to be announced. Also, probably another piece of Smash Bros. DLC, which people have sort of forgotten about, is there was a Miiverse stage. It was confirmed.
Yeah,
and
there was.
I think we're going to maybe hear about that too.
Yeah.
A little bit of Smash Bros. News. I think that this is probably going to be all the DLC we really get for it. I don't think they're going to announce anything else. So yeah, me too.
I don't think so either.
Back to you.
Okay, I think, it's not really a prediction. It's a kind of hope that's unrealistic, is they're going to talk about the NX.
Oh yeah, the new Nintendo console, which we haven't discussed. I could see them maybe talking about smartphone stuff.
Yeah.
I could see that, but I do think the NX is probably a little bit out there. Maybe at the very end they'll, like, give it a quick mention or something. Anything with, like, new consoles, I bet it will just be like a throwaway comment. Because what they've said is this is going to be mostly a Wii U 3DS launching in 2015. Which leads to mine, Yoshi's Woolly World is going to get some talk. Yeah. And maybe, I think the big thing that they'll talk about, if they do bring it up, is what Amiibo compatibility is. So, which I think might lead into one of yours, possibly.
Yeah, I think they're going to talk about Amiibos more in their release dates and stuff.
I definitely think we're gonna hear about Wave 4, and maybe even an announcement of Wave 5.
Yeah.
It's definitely in the purview of the range they're talking about. 2015 is still pretty early on, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a lot that can happen. I mean, we shouldn't underestimate the amount of news that might come out of this.
Yes.
As far as new stuff goes. I've totally lost track of how many...
E3 is coming up pretty quickly.
E3 is coming up pretty soon. And I know that there's been rumors that Nintendo's, like, rented out a huge, like, auditorium for stuff, so... I mean... Who knows what that's going to end up being. Nintendo's always been really interested about E3 recently, so... Like I said, I forgot what number we're on for it, but I'll just say some more stuff. Oh, Zelda U, I think... I mean, it has been pushed back to 2016, and... You know, actually, that Ionuma thing where he was talking about how, it had been pushed back, it's filmed exactly like a segment from a Nintendo Direct. Yeah. So maybe that was originally intended for this. I mean, to be honest, like, they're right around each other, you know? So maybe it was filmed for that, and they're like, maybe this isn't the best way to handle this, so we'll release it early. But something I just thought of, if I may have another one here real quick. This is happening the very first day of Club Nintendo shutting down. So maybe this is going to address the new Club Nintendo form. I mean, I'm just thinking about that, and, like, it seems kind of obvious that they're going to probably talk about the future of Club Nintendo and where that's going.
Yeah.
You got another one?
I think this is... The audience for this is going to be more teen-related due to the time that it is going to be released.
Yeah, you were saying this. I just think that is mostly probably just because of time zones. And it can sync up, but you might be right. Maybe this is going to be more teen-oriented. I think Nintendo has tried to sort of break that boundary, you know? I mean, we saw Bayonetta and stuff.
Yeah.
And then really pushing that, like, that got its own Nintendo Direct. Like, I think that they want to maybe push a more adult tone. At least a little bit. I mean, you've got, of course, their normal stuff, Mario Party and whatnot.
Yeah.
That,
New Mario game?
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, they had, like... You had Mario 3D World, which is a great game, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really fit the mold of what they've been doing with 3D Mario games, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's not that Mario 64 mission-based Mario game. So maybe we'll see something about that. Maybe we'll see another new Super Mario Bros. Game. I think
maybe
Mario Maker.
Yeah.
That one could be very possible. Maybe a release date on that. I forgot that was a thing, actually.
Or maybe Mario Sunshine 2.
That is incredibly unlikely. I could see a Mario Sunshine remake. Honestly, if they announce anything that's incredibly cool, I'm gonna just assume that it's an April Fool's joke. You know? Like, Mother 3, of course, that's gonna be a joke. Mario Sunshine 2 just seems like something that I would love. Yeah. And so it can't possibly happen.
I don't know, I like Mario Sunshine more than Mario 64. Super Mario 64.
Yeah, I think that there's some truth to that. I mean, it's probably a better game at its core, but we can have that. That's for another discussion, I think. But yeah, Mario Sunshine, that'd be great. Probably not going to happen. Probably, if it does happen, it's a joke.
Yeah.
This was very poor planning on their part, or maybe this is genius. I can't tell. Yeah. It's one or the other, because maybe this is the plan. They're going to announce stuff that's so crazy, so completely amazing, that when people get home and they check their news feeds, they're just going to assume it's April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
And then when it turns out to be real, there's going to be like that real impact that you want to get. Yeah. Because I remember, for example, Nintendo Direct where Majora's Mask was announced.
Yeah.
That I ended up seeing the news story before the actual Direct. At least this way, if I see any news stories earlier, which is probably not true since I'll be watching this live, if I see any news stories earlier, I can chalk it up to being a joke and just be, not be entirely sure until I watch the Direct.
Yeah.
So I think that pretty much, Splatoon. Definitely going to be talked about. Going to spend a lot of time on Splatoon. Oh, there's a Treehouse presentation right afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Splatoon is going to be
Splatoon's going to be featured, but if you're right about them just showing a new game, like a Star Fox, we could see them playing some Star Fox probably.
Yeah.
Or even some of that. Now, personally, I think that these games ended up being absolved in Star Fox, Project Giant Robot, and Project Guard. I think those games probably ended up becoming parts of Star Fox because it seems very possible. but maybe see some of those too because
Does Xenoblade have a release date yet?
it's coming out super soon. Like it's got like Xenoblade. Wait, are you talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X or the 3DS game?
The 3DS game.
3DS game may already be out in some regions because I saw a thing on Twitter where this guy had posted a picture of what happens if you put a new 3DS cartridge into a regular 3DS, and it basically says, "Oh, this only works on the new 3DS software." So I assume it's either out or review copies are out. So the launch date's very soon. Maybe they'll talk about it. It's very very possible.
I think new 3DS exclusive games.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. Especially, maybe there's your Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
It's unlikely. Maybe there's your Twilight Princess. That's one that they could definitely get out this year. Is a remake of Twilight Princess.
Maybe I can do my Master Sword glitch there, too.
Yeah, Tom's been messing around with Twilight Princess glitches. Yeah. Though I would assume they would have fixed that unless they're doing a straight port of the game.
That'd be great.
It would be interesting. I mean, you got the Wii version, the GameCube version's being flipped, so what will they do with the 3DS version? And they're going to have to go with one philosophy or the other.
They'll go with the GameCube.
You think
Make Link left-handed.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. That seems to make sense. But I think that about wraps it up probably for our Nintendo Direct predictions. Yep. I really hope to see some of this stuff. Pokemon Snap U. I mean, that's a pretty outlandish one, but I would like to see it. I'd like to see a new Pokemon Snap game. Okay, if you could have one game that they just make, and they announce, and they're like, it's releasing tomorrow, what would it be?
I don't know.
You don't know? I think I would almost go with Mario Sunshine for the 3DS, honestly. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for taking a listen. And next time a Nintendo Direct comes, every once in a blue moon, we'll do another one of these. So,
they're becoming more rare.
Yeah, more and more scarce as time goes on. Alright, thanks guys for listening, and I'll see you next time.